All right, everyone. Well, this is going to be the final episode to the Guild Wars 2 story. We've gone all the way from personal story through Living World Season 1, Living World Season 2, Heart of Thorns, Living World Season 3, and then Path of Fire. Got through Living World Season 4, Icebrood Saga, End of Dragons, Guile of the Delves, whatever that was. You know, through Soto, and now with this episode, this is going to be it, with the end of Janthir. For this episode, instead of using Olaf Strongwolf, we did end up using a different character. I wanted to play my Ranger Charr, Simba Tiger, who was my very first character on this account. So that's exactly what I did. I went through the whole thing on this character. I had a blast, and I mean, this was from a 12-hour stream, but I cut it down a bit just to include the story bits. So there's going to be a little bit of cuts every once in a while. Not a whole 12-hour video of mostly not the story. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. And let's get with the video. Boom. Commander, we need you at the gates of Balvanisos, immediately. There's a situation.
What happened?
Livia happened. She took the scepter. We're heading there now. Hopefully not too late.
I'm on my way.
So there's your reminder, by the way, that certain characters are going to be missing their voices due to stuff and things. Forced entry, Balvanisos outskirts. Let's go.
We don't know the repercussions. Besides, we haven't exhausted all our options.
My patience is exhausted. I need you to search this isle up and down. Think of the repercussions if we don't act soon. I resent you putting me in this position. I'm moving us toward a solution, one we already have. It's been in your hands from the start.
Rather curious that it's found its way back to your hands. Anise is wise not to take a thief at her word.
Let's not... Difficult to steal what already belongs to you.
Legavo belongs to no one. Trying to control it is a sure path to it controlling you.
Quaint of you to assume me incapable of handling great power. Not that you would know anything about that. Hey.
Uncalled for. Cheap shots won't win you any favor.
Quiet, all of you. Can't hear myself think.
A voice of reason.
Oh, goodness.
Wayfinder, talk some sense into them.
Scepter is too dangerous. That's what I've been
Waiting
saying.
Sorrow has a point. The last guy who thought fondly of using that scepter sunk a continent.
Choosing the cautious route. Rather unlike you to sit by as the world crumbles, Commander.
If we did things your way, we'd just be expediting the process.
Misburned. Fight now. Argue later. Clear the air.
Okay.
I'm bleeding. Kill them all.
Still have the wrong...
More of them. The scepter is likely attracting them.
Look what you've done! Brandishing that scepter around like a toy!
Right, why don't we just bless that heart of yours at everything we come across? Enough! Focus. I have to change my keybinds. That's it, I'm done wasting time. I'm just have to handle this myself. Oh goodness.
I chose you. Wear them down. Can't breathe. You lose.
Deal.
You can't keep a good chart down. My pet needs help. What's happening? Clear the air.
Where is
She's
Livia?
right here. She was. That imbecile.
The gate. We need to stop her.
Hold on. To fix this. Livia, stop. It's power. We don't trust it, Anise. Trust me.
What's happening?
Well,
She did it, didn't she?
So she did.
looks like the magic that was keeping us out has become some sort of portal. Is it safe for us to use?
Seems so. Ren?
For our use, yes, it is safe. As for Livia, I'm not sure she's prepared for the toll the scepter will take on her. That, however, is her problem. For now.
What are we waiting for?
Let's go.
What am I looking at?
What's left?
Avanisos is the Titan. Or vice versa. The other three did seem to meld with their environments.
Given how much time has passed, it appears the Titan and the city have become one and the same.
Interesting.
Mabon, what exactly were you planning to do about this?
That is really interesting. Livia, she's being attacked. So you decided to do things my way after all. Knew a little assertive action would help you see reason.
Set him up for the kill.
Takeaway. Never mind. Let's just get rid of these things.
Titanic microphage. Macrophage, even.
Wow!
Kill them all!
We got the new stuff drop today. Happy new game drop day. Thank you. Thank you for the resub.
Wear them down. Soften them up.
Well,
No. Time to let loose. Rip them up. Kill them all.
that's 50%. For mindless pests, these are surprisingly well coordinated with each other.
If we've learned anything here, it's don't underestimate the enemy.
Are they guards or something? Seems set them up for the kill. Perhaps, in a sense.
Or maybe
Need more endurance. What is an army if not
Kill 'em all.
society's immune system?
Can't stay and hang out, got work to do. Enjoy, and I'll hear the review later on. Yeah, take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Rip them up. Time to let loose.
Percent.
Oh, you won.
Looks like they're handled. For now.
Ren, that immune system theory, I think there's something to it.
It would fit, given their nature as we've seen it. Though heterogeneous, they appear to be acting as part of a whole. We've seen the Titan spawn exhibit coordinated behavior. This suggests the same, given the scale of time and complexity.
I'm sure they'll only get meaner the further we push into the city. We need to choose our actions deliberately. And that goes double for you.
What is the camp doing here, of all places?
Don't try to distract.
She's right. Look.
How is this not destroyed in the wreckage? Unless this came after the fall.
Only one way to know for sure.
Of course, where chaos flourishes, the White Mantle are never far behind. So they did make it to Bavanisos, and not all that long ago from the looks of it. Were they the ones behind this?
We can't say for sure yet, but I do agree their presence was relatively recent and is generally rather damning.
Come to think of it, I found some White Mantle journals a while back. They did mention making it to the Isles eventually. Why don't you start by searching the perimeter? I'll have a look around the camp.
Diary page.
Things were really not going well for them. Wonder what that city has in store for us.
As I'd predicted, our limited food sources have worn down the other two far more quickly than myself. Both chastised my unwillingness to hunt. Titania deeming me selfish, Ulrich muttering some slight under his breath. I told them if they quit wasting their energy whining about hunger pains, they'd be faring better. That shut them up, for now at least. Though I've mostly chosen to keep to myself. I, on the other hand, find the pain an ideal anchor for meditation, and for cultivating the state of clarity I credit what happened next. Late last night, from somewhere across the vast expanse of the dark, I heard a call. Is this what Titania claims to hear when Ulrich and I venture into the ruins and leave her alone? It began as a low rumble. In a state of half-sleep, I mistook it for the eerie thrums of thunder. Then I started to make up coherent words. They are not your promise, what you're capable of. Storing me fully awake, I decided to brave the night. I ventured out, trying to decipher the direction of their source, still unsure if they were a dream or reality. As if to reassure me, the voice called out once more. You're a righteous man. Please, help me. Hold on a second. I'm being told I should buy a bunch of this. Not orders. I'm not supposed to be doing orders. Oh my goodness, can I stop partial buying? Just gonna buy a bunch of stacks. Come on. Quit it with the partial buys. Oh my goodness, okay. And I was not trying to put orders in, so don't want those. That'll be fine. Alright, then silence, save for the hollowing wind. I lay awake the rest of the night, in something between a meditation and a stupor. Had I imagined it? Was this voice the product of an empty stomach, of a lone mind coloring in a blank chasm? No, it was real. Clear as the toll of a lone bell across the abyss. You're a righteous man. I spent the night pondering the message and its source. As of now, I'm unsure whether to share it with the others. It may be the last wound that drives Tatiana mad even. And I'm unsure what lengths Ulrich would go to secure his mission to our false prophet. Beyond this, they don't seem eager to indulge my company. But that's of no importance. My earliest memories onward have been a lone wade through life's flood. Saul too bore the immensity of revelation alone, but rather than hoard its light, he held it before him like a lantern, guiding those around him so they too could see the way. As a vessel of devotion, give me the strength to fulfill my role as a guide, to set the unseers upon the right direction. May I act as an offering, my body a sacrifice, a transmutation of mortal flesh. I am the votive, the lit flame, from which darkness bows to light. I choose not, rather, I was chosen to illuminate the way. Drawing.
3 titans, 3 white mantle. Can it really be that simple?
This barrel has been stuffed full of rolled up documents, both new and old. There's no discernible order to the documents and no consistent subject save for white mantle involvement. Might they bring all of this with them?
Journals? Not quite. They almost sound more like prayers.
Diary page 1. At last we've settled in Bavanisos. Though the journey here proved a test of tenacity, I welcomed the change in scenery and revere these hallowed grounds upon which Saul himself stood. Ulrich and Tatiana, on the other hand, seemed preoccupied only with corporeal cravings, fearing food scarcity. I am no stranger to hunger, having spent long stretches of my youth plagued by hunger pains. Even after joining the White Mantle, I continued the act of fasting as an exercise in self-discipline, a practice I am now especially grateful for. Going without is a lesson that many of our own could stand to learn, our current leader included, though he dared not say it to my face to sense Caudicus's irritation at my reticence to prepare meals of animal fare. He mistook principle as a weakness, a weak stomach for hunting, as he put it. I would accuse him of the same, with one amendment. His stomach is hardly where his weakness ends. Ooh. Ooh. But that ceases to be a bother for as long as Caudicus ceases to return. Knowing his history of cowardice, I do not know why the others expect a reply to their letters, let alone his prodigal return. And for what does it matter? It is we who have weathered the pilgrimage, who truly walk Saul's path. A glory Caudicus knows not, and one I suspect is just as destiny has writ it. Regardless, Ulrich has taken our discovery of Bavanisos as proof of Caudicus's righteous authority. I begin the newest chapter of this journey with a prayer of my own creation. When faced with the earthly strife, may it remind me of my vow to know what cannot be unknown, and to see what cannot be unseen. To the bringers of wisdom, bestow upon me your eternal flame, of light unseen, that I may sheath it against the hollow breath of dissent, and carry its glow to those few chosen. This hand-drawn map is marked with copious notes and diagrams showing the White Mantle's journeys across Janthir and finally into Bavanisos. The journey was not easy. They were dedicated. The voice of fate calls upon me.
Losing his mind? Or was the voice real? And if so, could it have been? I wonder.
The voice of fate calls upon me to see the journey of unseen, to eternal fruition. So with tomorrow's sun dawns a new era, anointed by its rays. We venture forth, 3 pilgrims, whose destinies entwine to weave a descendant tapestry of the divine. Ulrich returned. His lone communions with the wild rarely last long. He spoke little. And so we went on preparing a meager supper as if nothing had come to pass. We ate mostly in silence. That is, until the fire began to dwindle. Out of the dark, the voice called to them. For it was they who had been chosen to realize the mission of the Unseen Ones. And thus it spoke to them. Chosen 3, you are destined. Seek the gate. As the sun dawns across the wilds, you shall hear my voice, and I will be your guide. You who must open the gate. So fate has written it, so make it be. To think mere hours ago our vision was clouded by woes ephemeral. We are so close. Though I can't recall my last full meal, my mind has never felt so sated. Oh, that's ringing. These alchemical skills appear to have been used extensively. The notes nearby suggest the White Mantle were attempting to find a way to protect themselves against Mistborn. Aren't completely mad, at least.
So it must have been them who opened the gate. Or at least, one acting alone. What became of them?
You hear him. His voice is soft like moss, yet sound is the rock upon which it grows. Like a low hymn carried by the wind, it sings to us, beckons us forth. We must follow. The first steps towards the epochal end? Fate has written it. It is only a matter of time now. I already read this one. Yeah. This bow appears to have been brought by one of the White Mantle. From the wear marks on the grip and the arrow shelf, you can tell it has seen a good amount of use.
They really believe themselves the righteous ones until the very end. Tragic.
After a night,
The others need to hear this.
after a night of long deliberation, I decided it was my responsibility to share what I'd heard with Ulrich and Tatiana. Unsurprisingly, Ulrich dismissed it as hunger-induced fever dream, clearly attempting to shield Tatiana's dwindling sanity. She herself seemed intrigued but remained mute during the exchange. So be it. If I am to claim myself a righteous man, I will see to it that they come around in time. Update 1. Things have come to a head. Another argument over food. I'll spare the same rehashed details. But the crux of the argument came when Ulrich blamed my initial reluctance to hunt for contributing to a downfall. He claimed that if we'd reached Balvanisos in better condition, we'd be better suited to withstand our current scarcity. I'll admit that, in a moment of anger, I forgot my vow to guide the ignorant. I shot back that, given his inability to withstand even the most minimal of worldly discomforts, he'd never be more than a mere bootlicker, and that his ill state wasn't so much hunger for food as hunger for the scraps of Codicus's validation. At that, Ulrich accused me of jealousy, going as far as to apologize for Codicus's dismissive treatment of thee. The accusation was so wildly off base I burst into a fit of laughter. He dubbed me out of my mind and stormed off into the night. Now as the night descends, Tatiana and I retire into silence, save the occasional sound of pen on parchment from our respective tents. I've never known her to journal, but I have seen her write to Codicus. While Ulrich's devotion to him is a cry for validation, Tatiana's is a desperate plea to belong, one I can relate to. I saw it the same when I joined the White Mantle, the difference being that I retained the ability to question, to think critically, and that is where our paths diverge. My times of weakness forgave me for my failures, to treat the hubris of others not as curated malice, but a consequence of ignorance. Like Saul himself embodied, none escape this life, free of temptation, from mortal folly. Be it not a cause for shame, but a source from which understanding springs. Update 2. He calls upon me more in the dead of night. My last hope left me here to rot. Please, help me. Closer. Come closer. I must seek him. Our fates have become entwined.
I found some interesting...
Centuries of meddling and you'd think they developed some self-awareness.
You're one to talk.
Excuse me? None of you were getting anywhere until I took action. You'd still be standing up with your thumbs up your... You know, Livia, you're right. You took plenty of action, abandoned us in battle, put our lives at stake. Sure, you could have killed us along with half the Tyria, but I'm getting the impression you really don't give a damn.
Oh.
I'm tired of arguing. Gods know you won't listen to anyone but yourself. You've already made that clear. Take whatever the hell action you want, and while you're at it, you can shove that scepter up your...
Countess.
Go on, you have my blessing. Not that it means anything to you. That's just gonna cause us problems. Anise?
You heard her.
Damn.
Livia, if you sink this city, you better pray that scepter takes you with it.
Deal. Time to check with everybody. Alright, Pokey, what's up? We lowlanders can get heated with each other at times, but these wizards give me a headache. They always like this. Well, not quite like this, no. Are you holding up? Fine, just need to smooth my tufts. Seeing friends argue always makes me uncomfortable, especially when I'm not sure how to help. I'm sure things will work out, though, once nerves are calmed. I bet you're right. Hang in there. Counselor Ludo's here. Wayfinder, I'm afraid there's not much more to say. Whether we like it or not, Livia has acted for all of us. The path before us is clear, even if it's not the one we would have chosen. You think Livia could be right? Perhaps we may find that to be true, when all is said and done. That doesn't mean I can easily forget, or forgive. She will answer for her actions, that much I can guarantee. Guess we'll see how things shake out. I don't mean to be curt, Commander, but I could really use a moment to myself. Understood. I'll leave you to it, Countess. Waiting sorrow. Goodness, Wayfinder. That Livia woman should drive even the most sober barricade into the hunting line. Would drive. She could leach even Alder's stoicism. Takes centuries to carve out a personality like that. Hey, don't blame it on age. Not all of us end up that grating. Then again, she does remind me of Red in some ways. Maybe you're onto something. Best we could do now is stay focused. Counselor Ludo? Commander Wayfinder. Commander Wayfinder. Good to see you again, even though I may wish the meeting could have been under better circumstances. Counselor, you're here in person? Contrary to expectations, some on the Arcane Council don't mind getting their mitts dirty now and then. You may recall that I backed her vote during the Scepter vote, recent actions aside. Never mind that I have a vested interest in Lady Livia's success. It would reflect poorly on me and my recipients were she to fail in her mission. How will you be assisting the Alliance? All in due time. For now, Countess Anise wants to get the Fourth Veil and I up to speed on operations. That means bouncing back and forth between here and the staging camp in the Barrens. Eventually, one will extrapolate that it will lead us to joining Livia's push into Bavanisos proper. Electrifying prospect, is it not? Bang Tovison? Ah, Wayfinder. Should have known someone with your reputation would be in the vanguard. Ludo and I are here to help Lady Livia with her mission. Are you here with the Alliance, or...?
In a sense, let's say, you must be the commander. Between Anise and Casimir, I've heard enough gossip over the past decade to spot you in any crowd. Largely good things, mind you. But where are my manners? Banktoverson, Fourth Veil of the Mesmer Collective. We'll be seeing more of each other soon, I suspect. Don't need Raven's foresight to know that.
Did the Countess ask you here?
She did. I have some personal stake in seeing Mabon's legacy upheld, even if that means bearing some of his burdens. That's it. I expect I'll be asked to keep a third eye on the Lady Livia and that scepter of hers. Never a dull moment, huh?
Okay. Let's see. I am hoping that it's Livia. Commander, I hope you're in better frame of mind than the Countess or the others. We've got work to do and no time for petty disagreements. And you? Are you prepared for what's next? I'm ready when you are. We'll give the others time to parse through your White Mantle findings. and cool their tempers.
I've never seen the Countess have an outburst like that before. You struck a nerve.
Oh, please. That one's always had a temper. As a girl, she broke a kid's nose after he dipped Jenna's braid in a quill ink. She hit hard, too. Never thought he'd stop crying. Unfortunately, he was the Baron's kid. That took a while to smooth over. She's got the will of a Dolyak and the stubbornness. Makes her good at what she does. Hard not to have faith in her. Sometimes she just needs a nudge to give her momentum. That's all I'm trying to do. Not sure if she sees it that way. I think I've seen enough and heard enough. What's up? Looks like it's just us for now, Commander. I'm in agreement on this whole immune system theory. If we can knock out parts of the whole, we'll have the advantage. The body is an interconnected system, after all. As for the Mist's Gate, it's sure to be heavily protected. Some simple divide and conquer and we'll have her in. Alright. I've waited long enough, it's time to push and sever the Titan's hold over this domain. Anyone else that comes along for the ride will just have to catch up. Legavo's starting to fuss. Let's see how it feels about dispelling the magic barrier ahead. Right on cue. Titan spawn up front. Kill the spawn closer to me if you can. I'll need the residual magic to feel the scepter's magic. More magic.
You're seeing things.
Rip them up! Now you're mine!
No!
Feel my wrath. Surprise.
Wear them down! Soften them up!
Oh, they're on top there.
You can't keep a good Charr down.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Hold it together. Surprise!
Is this the meta? Well, considering...
Pull through.
Venom. Too strong.
Time to let loose!
Maybe I was the illusion all along. Barely.
Shake it off!
Back on my feet.
Armored up! Rip them up!
Okay. Well,
Rejoining the fight.
Wear them down! Now you're mine!
I'm neither here nor there. I nearly died.
Refreshing.
get one more.
I feel. It's easy when you know how.
Nice. Purge down to the Titan's 1. We're on the clock. Once we're inside, the Titan will try to purge us from his body. That is, if we can't deal a serious blow against it.
Commander, they're marching on the Titan.
I
We
know.
should head that way.
Looks like we have reinforcements after all. Late, but not unwelcome. Lady Livia, as a representative of the Alliance, I'm to remind you that I cannot condone any unsanctioned actions.
And so the good counselor has volunteered to come along and sanction them. Isn't that right?
Excuse you? It's just like I used to head out grunt work too. Huh. Don't you outrank her? Fourth veil? Ooh.
Countess? Well, I am out of respect for Mabon's memory.
To keep tabs on the scepter, I mean. Unavoidable, I suppose. But for now. Interesting. We have a Titan to knock down a peg or two. Fourth veil, if you would.
Ah, yes, of course. Allow me.
Alchemy. This is grotesque. After what the Brassad did to my people, I'd say they've more than earned this. It's Gorseval!
Refreshing.
Without being hit by waves more than 9 times. Do it without being affected by the darkness for more than 2 seconds.
Recovery.
He spit on us. Their souls were tethered, forged in wicked flame. Believe, this is the form of our vengeance. It's just like Gorseval.
Ha! It is just like Gorseval. I don't care what you are, you're in our way.
Magic is cascading from it. Avoid those shockwaves however you can.
Another time. Neither here nor there.
Armored up.
Now you're
Next
missing.
door. Feel my wrath. Torment. Hey,
Oh, no.
Wear him down.
health.
Okay.
Kidding, right?
Vigor. Recovery.
Your soul is mine.
I can move mountains.
2, 3.
Hurts, doesn't it? Swirl like sack in your sea. Race the whirlwind. Blades red.
Sure.
I wield great
Three.
wisdom. Anyone?
They
Steve
can't
Elms
keep me
today.
down.
Barrel. Lightning bolt.
Endurance drain.
Ooh.
Oh, you won.
Dodge this.
Wear them down. Clear the air.
Come here.
The compact is sworn.
That's rude.
Rocket punch. With a help. They can't keep me down. Recovery. Another. Back at it. Need support.
Someone.
Huh. That's actually really funny. That's hilarious. Okay, group-wide full death. If you don't CC that. That's wild.
Commander, they're marching on the Titan. You should head that way. From
Need
desert
more
heat,
endurance.
reflection.
Unleashed.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Dodge.
Rebound.
Darkness. Okay, hold on. I have to get the light.
Thousand storms.
I chose you.
Where's the light? Oh my goodness.
Your soul is mine.
Sharper still. I need
You're
help.
seeing
Or do you actually have to kill the prisons? Yeah, okay, killing the prisons gives that.
Oh, you won.
Help me. I'm hurt.
Come on. I'll have to do this again to get achievements. That's fine. Oh my goodness.
Russian trench. Swirl like sack.
expression. Armored up.
Dodge too soon. Man, getting hit once really does just down you, doesn't it?
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Help!
Now you're mine.
Above and beyond! I'm neither here nor there.
We become one.
Now you suffer.
Set him up. Soften him up.
Time to bust some heads.
Close to dying. Ready for action.
Enough.
Wow, that
The whirlwind. Health. Vigor.
that does really kind of suck. Oh my goodness.
Slice them apart.
I'm feeling the frost.
Blade storm.
Cat mountain here. Ha!
I chose you.
Faster.
You're
We got it.
Wear him down. Time to let loose.
Battle again.
Armored up.
pain.
Assistance! Above and
Sharper still.
By my will. Rip him up.
Rejoining the fight.
Nice and neat.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
Caught the volcano. Need help here.
battle again.
I'll pull through.
Time to let loose.
Dust to dust. Sand to sand.
Power of the storm.
Calm before the storm.
Help.
Wear him down.
Vigor.
My leg.
Recovery.
Help me, please.
I should have seen if you can jump the wave.
Nature defends me.
Easy to check that when you have the achievement. Less easy otherwise.
Lightning bolt. That was a blast.
Alright, CC.
Healing here.
Clear the air.
Soften him up.
Maybe I was the illusion all along.
There we go.
Rip him up. Wear him down.
Unleashed. Now you suffer.
Oh, thank you.
Health. Vigor. Recovery.
Punch.
I'm neither here nor swirl like sand. Concentration.
Unleashed.
Need to get light. There was like a lot of text on that buff.
Soften. Clear the air. They can't keep me down.
By buff, I mean debuff.
You're kidding, right?
We heal as one. Swift stream.
Wear
I'm
him
neither
down.
here
Thy
nor
mind
there.
Help!
Vigor. That was too recovery.
You got me.
That was a blast.
Ready to fight.
Wayfinder, need you at the
Total
Alliance staging
concentration.
grounds. Bring only yourself. I
Wear
found
him
something
down.
and have a feeling it'll be
Go.
delicate enough on its own.
Suffer
Don't need
this
anyone
place no
stirring
longer.
the pot.
Understood.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll head
My
there now.
son will envy the tales I tell of this fight.
I want to keep going with our meta. Maybe are you? I'm fine. From here, we'll split our forces 3 ways. Counselor, you'll take the southern route. Fourth Vale, the northern passage, which leaves the center to me. The Ward have identified defensive barriers blocking our access to the Titan's organs. We can expect heavy resistance. And this is why I procured some heavy firepower, courtesy of Empress Inn. Roar Claws should come in handy too.
And our comms are 2, yes? Alliance Command told me not to futz with mine.
Correct. We'll keep in touch and adjust support accordingly as we push further in. Let's move out. That's interesting as a, like a start to a meta. Doing an event and then splitting up into 3 feels... I don't think we've done that before. It's generally been split up and then... Huh.
Kill them all! Wear them down! Unleashed!
You'll be feeling that one for days.
I'm prepared for attack on the organ chamber. If everyone's affairs are in order, we can begin. Just don't take too long. Twenty-two, 14 in 20. In position, conjuring a portal now. I don't want to risk using the scepter again before we reach the Imperial Chamber. Use your rock claw chains, the cancel siege turtles provided, and whatever else you have. We'll keep the portal open.
You're seeing things.
Go out here and get it on a turtle. Get it a combat.
Slice them apart.
How'd that feel? Excruciating? You're seeing things.
Come on! Oh, this thing has a lot of health. Come on. Titan spawn are storming in greater numbers as the barrier weakens. Don't let them overwhelm us. Okay, fair.
Barely.
I feel so vulnerable.
No escape. You are all weaklings. Now it's on. Focus. Concentration.
Buster!
Health?
Hmm.
Vigor. Recovery. Fixed. Focused.
Your mind
Concentration.
trained.
Interesting.
Health?
We can really ignore those if
Vigor. Recovery.
we just keep hitting.
Kill them all!
You can't stop me!
Refreshing.
I'm neither here nor there.
Shot still.
Pillage.
I guess it was wall. Bear is down, or bear is down, I would accept nothing else. Expertly done, Simba group. Nice.
Clear the air.
Hmm.
Move with purpose and wise intent. Raven watches, even in this dismal place.
Wear them down.
So the nodules connected to the organ, they're brimming with the Titan's magic.
I feel.
If we destroy them, the organ should fail.
Buster.
Dodge this.
Clear. Time to let loose. Pillage. Armored up. Pounded into dust.
Vigor.
The attack vascular nodules to weaken the heart. I'll just destroy 0-5. Macrophage is being
Focus.
revived. Kill this to
Concentration.
prevent that from happening.
Soften them up.
Ooh.
Wear them down.
I'm neither here
Let's
nor
see.
there.
Here's to show the organs fail. Let's see what happens when you take one off the board. Rifts and more of those turrets. Mount up your workline, take them out. Organ is starting to falter. Destroy the other nodules. Once they're gone, we'll use Live
Sharp blade,
Gavo.
sharp mind.
Do some damage of my own. Hmm. This has similar feels to
Had enough?
Dragonfall right now.
Unleashed.
When you would attack like weak points on Kalkatorg's body.
I make a pretty good team.
I'm neither here nor there.
Hmm.
Enough.
This one. Turrets.
Time to let loose.
Okay, this is the Decima attack pattern.
Health. Vigor. Recovery.
Okay, this is Decima. It does say Fulgurous Macrophage.
Set them up for the clear the air.
Your seat. Dodge this.
Huh.
Rise.
Slash it all. This is getting serious.
Tell me you saw that.
Interesting.
You can't stop me!
Pounded into dust. Wear him down.
Three. Okay. Yeah, I see it. So in organized versions of this meta, we're gonna have like one group. Like, imagine you have 9 groups of 5. Each lane splits up. Like you split up into 3, so you have 3 groups per lane. When we get to this part, one group stays near the ad here, the boss, and clears out the oozes before they reach it. The rest of the groups deal with the nodules. At least that feels like what it is. This is cool. I like this. None of that seems the oozes actually make it very far because they spawn from here. So if you have just some people like on the nodule, like focus on the oozes, they won't be able to make it to the thing. You don't actually have to be on the boss.
Slice them apart. Slash it all.
Focus. Concentration.
Set him up for the kill.
I'm neither here nor there.
Refresh.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Kill them all.
Dodge this.
Soften them up.
Health. Vigor. Recovery.
So Southern has been rendered inoperable.
That looks valuable. Set him up for the kill.
There was like 12 dudes. Oh goodness.
Set him up for the kill.
Health.
Should try to
Vigor.
find
Recovery.
Soften him up.
one. So each section is different. Interesting. So we have to go through all of them.
It's getting serious.
Try me.
Your soul is mine.
Rip him up.
You're seeing things.
Fire.
Sharper still.
We heal as one.
I've attained the awesome.
Nice. Huh. That's the last one. Leave the rest to me. Quickly wanted to meet up with your tier alliance contacts. Huh.
Your mind will betray you.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, up here. Missed skate. Can you get through? No. Complete scroll of memory. Wait, hold on. Scroll of memory.
Grant me your strength, my
You
friend.
touch the scroll as the words are torn from the page. Your vision fills with a blinding vortex of sand and glass. Shadowy images pass by you as a voice fills your mind. Greetings, Mary, daughter of Elka. We have never met, but perhaps your mother spoke of a wayward friend over these tumultuous centuries, and how she and I had last held hands at the gates of Apithim before the war with the Seers began. Even earlier, as we watched as our kin fell to the under dragon's blight. Or perhaps not. These long-held memories of mine are nothing more than outlandish tales to you. Either way, I shall spare you further rambling. I bring auspicious tidings from the ever-shifting sands of the crystal desert. I do so with conviction, out of fondness for your mother's companionship, despite my loyalties to Justo Esser and Glint. In the year 272 AE of the Movlian calendar, a series of prophetic visions were spoken and transcribed. A decade has passed, and many have already attempted to interpret their meaning, seeking out sources of divining magic to learn the truth, but with little success. And so, I leave this transcription of the prophecies to you, Miri, for those adept with your kind as enchanted eyes. Should you wish to respond, cast a reverse enchantment on a separate page. A trivial task for a Masad, I expect. Gosh, alas. Maybe, good, you're both here. The Mistgate, its connection in flux. The Titan isn't dead, I can feel it. There's no telling how long it'll take to recover. Even if it's temporary, we've proven it's possible to take this chamber. I will help mollify the Alliance in the short term. Many of them had doubts.
My report to the Countess will be similarly optimistic. She was worried, to say the least.
Despite what you may have heard, it wasn't my intention to create bad blood, as much as I loved the little trauma.
Something you and Mabon had in common, it seems.
For now, we'll hold it to the Mistgates as long as we're able. Huh. So, super short meta, but also fun. I was hoping for more.
Excelsior. Fascinating.
Good to work with you, Commander. Or is it Wayfinder? I'm starting to see that my son's gossip about your exploits carries weight
I'll
after
have a
all.
place in the eternal alchemy. Even you.
You knew Mabon, huh?
A few decades back, when I was a spry acolyte of Raven and fostered a talent for mesmer magic, I met a disguised
Salutations.
Mabon, sealing some anomaly in the Shiver Peaks. I aided him and was invited into the Collective. When he revealed his true
Excelsior.
self to the Collective some years later, I stood by him as a close friend and pupil. It wasn't a hard decision, although I can understand why it would be for
Do
some.
you work for me? Fascinating.
So, the Mesmer Collective.
You have some familiarity given your friendship with Lady Mead, no? I tease. Unlike the Astral Award, we are small and connected
I'll have a
enough
place
to
in the eternal
avoid
alchemy.
Alliance
Even
oversight.
you.
For now, at least. Our inner council maintains internal matters, while the outer manages our external connections. The Shroud, well, there are field agents and investigators. That's all you'll pry from me. Perhaps a niece will invite you to a gala someday. They're quite the spectacle.
Salutations.
Livia's actions will have consequences, but her success brought us intel, credibility, and time. If the Alliance doesn't see that, we'll have to explain it to them very slowly. How do you think this operation went? By certain standards or alliance? You know what? A win is a win. Alchemy knows I was due. Between Livia's actions and the immediate fallout, this could have been an abject failure. Now, I get to brief the Alliance and write a report for the Arcane Council. I hope they see the merits of our collaboration, otherwise I'll have to drag them to the table kicking and screaming.
Mow him down!
Seems you've made an ally in person. It's early stages, but my correspondence with the Empress and her sister have been rather advantageous so far. It helps to have someone there to convey the intricacies of a certain expertise. Your colleague, Timey, has been indispensable in that regard. I should have rescued her from Flint's clutches years ago. Tangentially, I received a juvenescent illustration of the Empress and myself from his niece. Auspicious? Perhaps.
Excelsior.
Here we are, Wayfinder. None the worse for wear. It would seem the Alliance's concerns regarding the scepter were exaggerated. Whatever your opinion on the matter, I appreciate support. You know, right? The scepter, all things considered, it could have been worse. This grind will be crossed with me for a bit, but I'll see the necessity in time. Not that I'm used to working with self-important genius types. One of these days I should tell you about my work with God. He was, well, exhausting. Eh. You and the Countess okay? Between us, Anise is like family to me. Her second great-grandmother, Evenia, was a friend, an ally in the Shining Blade. I respect Anise's station and her experience. The Six know she's earned that much. But there are times I still see a little girl playing pranks in the royal halls with Princess Jenna.
Salutations.
I want to sit here and wait to see what happens.
Fascinating. We all have a place in the eternal alchemy, even you.
Let me finish eating my food.
Excelsior.
Lady Livia!
That sounds not great. Lady, what is happening? Is this... It's flooding its body with special activity. We need to evacuate now.
Hold on! I'm getting everyone out!
Okay. So, that is in fact it. Yeah, I feel like that meta is fun. I like it. It's not too long like some other metas possibly are. But I feel like it's also a bit much. Not a bit much. Not enough. I feel like it's not... I feel like one more fight would have been perfect. Oh well. Okay. Let's continue with the story then, shall we? Let's do it. I passed. Hold on. Yes. Titanic undertaking, Bavanisos.
I'm here. Alone as requested.
I found another of Mabon's memories. Figured it was best discussed among a select group.
And a few others. No need to mince words.
Olivia hasn't been winning anyone's trust lately. We thought the matter too important to risk another incident.
Guess that's not unreasonable. Well, let's see what else Mabon has to say.
Last memory. Oh boy. Oh, hi.
I told you, Bavanisos is no more. We are fated to much the same. I gave you the chance to end my misery. Instead, I'll end yours. What good is it? Prolonging the inevitable. How small you seem now. Alone and trembling, without your kind to shield you. Small and alone. This is your final chance. Fight back. Look around you. My kind has killed for less. I am ashamed. This ward will keep you safe here for the time being, until I figure out what to do with you. It's not worth it killing you. It never was.
He spared the stranger's life, even after it killed his entire people. He was honorable. What a weight to carry.
And still, he kept it from me. Should have been all the more reason to tell me, given everything. The fool. Then he just left the problem to grow. Never knew him to be so irresponsible. I'm beginning to wonder if I knew him at all.
Well, sometimes you ignore a problem, hoping it sorts itself out. Except that usually makes things worse. Let's not get carried away. I'm sure he expected it to go back through the Mist's gate, not loiter here for centuries.
Why didn't it return to the mists?
Don't think it could. Maybe it was waiting for him. Regardless, it doesn't change our mission. If anything, that makes it more dire that we bring closure for Mabon.
You're right, Anise. And that starts with all of us working towards the same goal. All of us. For Mabon. I'll call Livia. Livia, I've reconvened with the others. What's your status?
Excellent timing. Wayfinder, I'm in the heart chamber. We've retired the other vitals and clearing the last.
Livia? Are you there?
Need backup. Get here ASAP.
You heard her. To the heart chamber, at once.
So is that the meta right there? Huh. Sirius's heart. Yes. So this was mid.
Its innards are looking the worse for wear. That's promising, at least.
There she is. Took you long enough. We knocked out the other vitals. Just need to stop the heart.
Impressive. But let's clear the ambush first. Then we can deal with the heart.
On it! Faster!
Rip 'em up. That's all of them.
Olivia, you're right. I'll live. You better. Alright, now, let's stop that hurt. What are we waiting for?
You've done admirable work thus far, but it appears the Mist Gate is directly fortifying the heart.
So, we'll take out the gate. The scepter will take care of it.
Yes, it can, but it will require all of its power to do so. I'm afraid a sacrifice must be made.
We need sacrifice. I've used Legavo for centuries. It doesn't just run out of power.
Closing a Mist Gate is in a tier of magic all its own. Even for Tyria's greatest wizards.
I know what you're playing at. I swear, if you think you're gonna con me into leaving.
Listen to me! This matter is far beyond the childish feuds of the physical realm.
What's the gate doing?
Nothing. Great, you distracted me and now we're being ambushed again.
What are those?
Creatures of shadow. Abominations.
I've seen enough. Weapons, now!
Huh.
Rip 'em up!
Oh! That had to hurt.
Livia! The scepter! Now would be an appropriate time to use it!
I'm trying. They're not responding to it.
Soften 'em up.
Can I stand? Goodness me.
Set him up for the kill. Unleashed. Countess!
Please.
Don't worry, Countess. I've got your back. Kill them all.
Oh, you pokey.
It was nothing.
Heh.
But we never stop. We kill one, the gate spits out two more.
The youth is correct, Olivia. The Scepter's power is futile against these creatures anyway.
Livia! Just close the damn gate!
Shut up. Just let me. The Gavo is trembling. It's never done this before.
He's here.
Apologies for the dramatic entrance.
Mabon.
Allow me to lend a hand.
Whoa. Kill them all.
I don't believe it.
Unleashed.
It's really you.
Hello, old friend.
Hey there.
It's been too long.
So it has.
Welcome. That's kind of sweet. I like that. Mabon's back from the Mist Gate. Now Isgard gets to yell at him. You know.
That should do. For a time, at least.
I believe I'm owed an explanation. Several, for that matter.
Glad to see you haven't changed. I owe you all explanations. Though time is short, I'll do my best to provide them.
Wayfinder, it pleases me to see my faith in you is rewarded. As I said, I owe you all explanations. Though time is short, I'll do my best to provide them. Is sacrificing the Scepter of Horror really necessary?
I'm afraid so. In order to close the gate permanently, we will need to rely on the power vested in the Scepter of War. Given its historic ties to the Mists, an instrument of its caliber is uniquely suited for such an offering. The Seers crafted Legavo to keep beings from the Mists at bay, and it will be used to do just that. I'm sorry, Livia. I know this is no small sacrifice.
How did you keep all this hidden?
A fair accusation. I suppose I was fatigued from all the senseless bloodshed. I returned here to mourn, to reflect, and amidst the destruction stood Cybus, the last of his kind, a kindred spirit. So I cast a protection ward, assuming he'd return to the Mists. I could not have predicted that he'd await my return. I aimed to gift him a chance at another life, same as Astaran gifted me. Instead, I doomed him to a much crueler fate. I was not yet prepared to admit my folly to myself, or to those I hold dear. For all of it, I feel immense shame.
How are you keeping the gate closed?
I've tied my life force to the Mist's gate. It will remain shut for a time, but not long, I'm afraid.
Life force? But everyone's been saying you're dead.
Poised arrow.
You're quite correct. I am dead. In the world of Tyria. Once other realms are involved, it complicates matters. The gate is anchored to multiple beings. One in Tyria, Cybus, and then multiple in the Mists.
Multiple in the Mists.
Myself being one of them.
Multiple beings in the Mists. Who else is the gate tied to?
Yes, 3 in fact. They are the ones responsible for taking advantage of my death to open it.
So...
The 3 White Mantle members.
Yeah.
Very good. Ulrich, Tatiana, and Judge. Or as you know them, Greer, Decima, and Ura. By releasing their souls from the realm of torment, you can close the gate for good. But you must act soon.
Interesting. How do we release their souls?
I suspect a few touchstone objects exist within the confines of Tyria that will be key in their release. Scour the hidden corners of Tyria known closely to the White Mantle, and you will surely find them. You're likely to be quite familiar with some of them already, Wayfinder.
I have about 1,000 questions.
There will be time for further musings, but for now, I ask that you make haste recovering the touchstones, Wayfinder.
Can hear the beat. That's cool. It is in fact very cool. I liked it a lot.
Apparently, some astral ward are stuck in the Mersat mirrors. Can someone check in on that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
The mail. Livia, to help with touchstones. Commander, to no one's surprise, Mabon and the wizards have employed their typical cryptic form of guidance. I'm sure you're left with more questions than answers about how to proceed. To that end, I'm sending you this report on known White Mantle activity over the past several months. Hopefully this will help you track down these touchstones. You can thank me later, Livia. List of white mantle hideouts. This list describes several well-known white mantle hideouts and hotspots compiled by Livia and the Shining Blade. Can be safely discarded once read. Commander, here are the known white mantle hideouts that the Shining Blade continue to monitor for activity. Though none of our spies have reported any noteworthy activity the past few months, doesn't mean our 3 white mantle wouldn't have left ties to their actions at any locations. At minimum, it's worth getting a closer look. Davida's reach. In the past, Shining Blade agents have observed white mantle activity by the gardens in the northeastern corner of Ruichten. As it is near the gates leading to Lake Doric, it continues to be a notorious hotspot for white mantle versus Seraph altercations. There's been Wildlands. Their hideout north of this region remains abandoned after we cleaned out one of their cells during that whole Lazarus adventure. However, clusters of the bandits in the Wenden Steppes continue to be sympathetic to White Mantle. They may still harbor the occasional Justicar in their forces. Couldn't hurt to take a look. Shire of Beetlesen. In the northeast corner of Queensdale, the Shire is situated right outside of Corticus's former estate, remains under the Shining Blade's watchful eye. Still, the minister's loyal servants make pilgrimages to the site, perhaps hoping that against all hope he may someday return. Pathetic, really. But then here we are working with Wizard returned from death. Who are we to judge what's possible? At any rate, I could see any of our 3 loyalists wanting to remain close to Codicus this way. Exactly what should you be looking for at these locations? That I leave to your judgment. You'll know it when you see it, sort of thing. Best of luck, Commander. Okay. So, interesting. Hasn't been downloaded yet. Well, I guess it has now. This way. They're all evidence.
Judge's prayer book. Seems inoffensive enough. Well, words can certainly shape your views. Though some people will shape words till they fit their views. That's usually when things get dangerous.
Strange altar. This appears to be some sort of altar placed here with a reverence. The candles on its surface burn with unnatural flames and smell vaguely of brimstone. This bedroll appears to have been here a while. It looks spoiled and worn from repeated use, probably by more than one person. On the surface, nothing appears particularly interesting about this banner bearing the Crichton Royal crest. Moving closer, you can see the banner is thicker than expected. It looks as though there's more than one layer of cloth hanging from the frame. Take it down. Huh. Interesting.
How's it going?
So the next one is Brisbane. London Steps. Hey look, there's a bunch of people here. I wonder why. Forgot about that. Oh, look at all the people. Banner proudly displays the familiar white emblem of the White Mantle on a field of crimson red. Of course. This White Mantle appears to have been crushed by the rebels shredding the body. Man died recently as the body has yet to show signs of decomposition. Warning. It is done. We have purged the space of unbelievers. Every last one is of the unfaithful gone. Only 3 of us remain now. Ulrich, Judge, and I. It was not easy. Some of those among the fallen were friends once, but they refused our vision. They wished to give up on our chosen mission, to doubt the undying will of Codicus even after the noble sacrifice he made for us. They learned the penalty for such abhorrent betrayal, for disloyalty. And now, you who reads our cause knows the price of misgiving. With this journal, I leave behind the badge earned by passing my test, along with the others in my cohort of initiates. To accompany it, another surprise, should any of our former allies try to find us in this place we once considered sanctuary. The old ways are dead. We 3 shall now go forth to chart the future of the White Mantle. Upon our return, you will know the price for that future that has been paid in our blood. We will come with cleansing fire. You have been warned.
A White Mantle badge. Looks like Tatiana's. A mark of status as much as belonging. Should have been more careful where she sought to belong.
Interesting.
Can I help you?
Nice to see you.
Hello and welcome to Bealton. Name's Jimson. Can I help you? I'm comfortable with the cat friend. Her name is Lulu and she's not too great, but she loves to snuggle. Sarah Lulu. Okay, goodbye. Aha. Back door. Close. More clues. Statue. In spite of being carved from lifeless stone, the visions of the statue glares at you with hooded eyes and a disapproving scowl that fills you with strong sense of judgment and dread. Could it be Codicus? The shield propped in the corner looks recently smithed, as though it had never been used in battle. Proudly bears the crest of the White Mantle in the center of the boss. Ceremonial, perhaps? Okay, it is everything but the torch.
A torch from Codicus's estate. Must have been a gift to Ulrich. I'm sure a gesture like that comes as high praise to his most devout. Personally, I'd take it as an insult. Looks like that's all of them. I should really get back to Bavanisos. Mabon can only hold the gate so long.
Someone get me a report on the Murtaugh Tower situation. Those things are really slowing us down.
Yes, ma'am.
Wayfinder, we all seem to meet in the nicest places. Given the present conditions, Fred sent my squad here to stand ready to take you deeper into the belly of the beast. Just say the word. What can we expect deeper inside? It's chaotic. You've seen the defenses the Titans got. Once you go inside, all bets are off, but that's what we're here for. My infiltration experts will make sure you get to where you need to go. Alright, the heart. Hello, my friends.
I've located the touchstones. All mementos from their time with the White Mantle.
Imagine having such a sad life that your most valuable possessions are from joining a cult.
People in impossible circumstances tend to seek hope in impossible salvations. Tormented as their souls might be, these items shall resonate with their owners enough to cleave the demonic essence.
If it were up to me, they'd rot in the bowels of that hellscape for all eternity. That I consider justice.
As might I. But if the price of their damnation is the birth of more Titans, does that not compound the injustice?
There will be time for philosophical discussion later. I cannot hold this gate indefinitely.
No use delaying. Let's move out.
Enter the Mist's Gate. Enter... Okay. Now I can. Foundry of Failed Creations.
What is this nightmare?
Right. This is your first time here. We're in the realm of torment, deep in the mists. It's sort of an afterlife.
The Foundry of Failed Creations, to be precise. The abyss from which Titans are born.
It's a lot of shadows.
Set him up for the kill.
Ren, you were here before? Do these demons look different than you remember them?
They do appear to have changed. It's been quite some time since my last visit.
You've been here?
Centuries ago. I had to clean up after some heroes.
Sorrow.
Yeah.
You said this place is like an afterlife. So, not everyone who dies ends up here, right?
No. It's mostly just for corrupt souls. It gets more complicated than that, but nothing to worry about.
Oh. Okay.
Set him up for the kill.
How'd you came after some heroes? Guild Wars 1.
Rip him up.
There they are. That has to be them. Approach with caution. I sense their hunger through the scepter.
You traveled far to bear us this scepter, long used in our kind's subjugation. It has found its rightful home. With it, we shall rule our own destiny. So it is written. So it is our divine right.
Kneel now and relinquish our gift. Then maybe we'll allow you to leave unharmed.
I watched my homeland burn at the hands of your kind. You think I'd bow to you, let alone gift you such power? The shadow has warped your minds. We'll be sure to set them straight. So tormented judge.
Soften him up. Rip him up.
My pet needs help.
Oh goodness.
Where? Thanks, friend. You lose. You were always the weak link. Cybus knew it and played you like the pawn you are.
You speak falsehoods. Retribution will meet you in the end. Sounds like it's meeting you first.
Wayfinder, the prayer book. Use the heart to channel its essence into his soul.
Hollow as his own righteousness. I can't stand people like that.
Faster!
I'll revive you. Oh, you want?
That dies super quickly.
Close with your vile tricks. What is happening to me? What have you done? The heart, Wayfinder. Channel the badge's essence into her soul.
Set him up for the kill. Soften him up.
Kill them all. You will not defeat us in the name of Codicus of Soul.
Codicus's torch. The heart will channel its essence. Do it, Wayfinder.
That should do it.
Small-minded fools, they didn't deserve absolution.
Some may very well say the same of us. Perhaps none of us are so deserving.
Either way, it's a discussion best saved for Tyria. I've had my fill of the underworld for at least another century.
Mabon.
You've done well, my friends. You corrected my mistake when I could not. And here I thought Epoch was your finest work to date.
We did not shoulder those burdens in solitude. What a difference it makes in trusting the confidence of others. Though, perhaps some could learn to be more patient so as to encourage such trust.
Lessons abound. Now all that remains is to close the Mist's Gate from this side. And then, I may rest.
So, this is goodbye, then. I'm grateful I had the chance to say it this time.
As am I. It's good to see you back. You're right where you should be.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
I like the sound of that.
Anise, keep Livia in line. Livia, you do the same for Anise. I'd tell you to keep her safe as well, but I know her better than that. She's more than capable.
You know me well. You'll be missed.
Istarin, I chose the Wayfinder for a reason. Place faith in one another, and each give the other a reason to do so.
You have my word.
Yes, well, I think it's about time, Livia.
Fine.
Goodbye, my friend.
Farewell. Thank you.
So Mabon gets the scepter. Wayfinder, so this is goodbye once more. Suppose we're getting better with practice. I'd certainly say so. And I meant it earlier. You do have my word. It's not yours that gives me pause. Though perhaps Eparch was correct on one notion. You and Iskarin bear some things in common. I trust you both to navigate them. We've managed this long. Ask Eparch, though you already seem well aware. I have my ways. Maintain that amity and it'll serve you well. Take care of yourself, Wayfinder. Farewell, Mabon. Mist Gate beckons you back to Tyria. You can sense that Mabon has sent it to deliver you safely to the Iron staging ground in the Mistborn Barrens. No, my pet! Where are you going? Interesting. Very interesting.
It's easy when you know how.
Gobblers and exchanges. Teleportation gizmos. Okay. So, I need all of the...
Ahoy.
individual, like, city ones. Okay, and then the goblin. Madri, Star of Gratitude, Fractal Reliquary. Oh, this includes more than I thought it did. That's actually pretty big. I like that a lot. The Gobbler is gonna take... I mean, that should be... Yeah, no, that's good. Cool.
Welcome to the Guild Initiative headquarters.
Salvation's Cost, Guild Initiative headquarters. Alright, Tyrian Alliance. Let's have a talk.
Welcome, Commander. The Council is waiting for you in the audience chamber.
Thanks.
Dual Keen. Is this everyone? Everyone's here? Looks like it. Alright. I, Councilor Ludo of Radasum, call this session into order. As we are here to discuss recent events in Janthir and Bavanisos, Countess, would you care to deliver your report? Of course. We traced the cause of the Titan outbreak to the White Mantle. They were sent into Janthir on Caudicus's behalf before his death. They were searching for Mistgates and Bavanisos to give their leader an upper hand. To what end? We're still parsing out. They were all killed, but they were also successful in their mission, hence their little Titan problem. But that problem has been resolved. The Titans are dead, all 4 of them. The gate is sealed. Commander, you were first-hand to participate in these events. Can you confirm for the Council?
I can testify to the Countess's report. We were able to defeat the 3 initial Titans, and then a 4th. It had been living in the city since the city fell. When the White Mantle entered the ruins, it manipulated them into opening the gate. The Scepter Legavo played a significant role in sealing it, Livia's judgment aside.
Remind the Council of the logic of acting decisively.
I can't endorse Lady Livia going against the Alliance's decision, but action proved more productive than inaction.
In short, the gate was sealed, the Titans were defeated, and the Scepter of War was lost to the mists. Thank you both. We will be meeting throughout the coming days with the rest of the Alliance to scrutinize every detail. There's much work to be done, including providing the Coden with any supplies needed to recoup their losses while aiding our Alliance. We will also discuss Lady Livia's penalty, though the Council knows where I stand on her actions. Is losing my beauty routine not punishment enough? But for now, the rest of you can pat yourselves on the shoulder. Dismissed.
To celebrate your victory, we've organized a bit of a soiree that will commence later this evening. A well-earned reprieve. Collect yourselves. Mourn. Heal. And acknowledge what we've all experienced. Just as the Bearkin taught us.
Indeed.
Let me check in with everyone. Livia. Commander, come to wish me well before they haul me off to wherever they decide to haul me off to. Do you regret what happened? Not in the least. I suspect that Alliance would have come to the same decision eventually, but time was not on our side. I did what I had to do, but I also accept whatever repercussions I may face after. For starters, I've been uninvited from your little party. I suppose it's fair. I'll just have to throw my own. I'll put streamers up in your cell. I guess I can't check in with everyone. Damn.
Oh, now that I've established myself as a hero for the songbooks, I figure Lowland Ambassador is next on my list.
My son's confidence has never wavered, even when it should have.
And my pa's nerves have never stilled, even when his son has made a name for himself as a guardian of Janthir.
You've done well, son. You've weathered life's storms with the very poise your ma hoped for. Much of what I sought to teach you, you've taught me by way of example. Bravery, weathering grief, granting forgiveness. I am proud beyond words. Just as your ma would be if she could see you now.
Ma would be just as proud of you. We've had a tough go of it. Come on. We've earned a celebration.
Let's see if this alliance can put on a party half as good as us lowlanders.
Yeah!
Niskaran. Waiting, Sarah.
And it's done.
I'm glad you joined us, Sarah. How do you feel?
Warm. Yeah, there's comfort in solitude. It's easier. But there's also comfort in belonging again. I can't imagine returning to Shadow after all of this.
As Mabon said, you are right where you should be.
Of course you'd think that. You just want to keep tabs on me, Ren. Don't like your things out of place.
You are a sobering presence.
As are you.
Alright, let's start the party. Commander, you've once more proved yourself a friend of Kryta and Hall of Tyria. We can start the festivities in honor of your accomplishments whenever you're ready. Let's get this party started. Sample all the dishes. Alright, sounds good. Several hours later. Alright, who do we got? Agent Real Darkwater.
Look at this crowd. Nice to see everyone.
So Elder, Malice, Ayumi, Ephraim's here. Javi, Saida, Gix, Frode, Larenthir, Arena. Trying to see anyone else I wasn't necessarily expecting. There's Canuck. Oh, Logan. That's cool. Let's see. Yeah. Everyone?
I hope you've all been enjoying the evening. It has been delightful to share a glass with so many familiar faces. We are surrounded by friends tonight, new and old. There are many bonds that are just beginning to blossom. We are here to celebrate our victory. But we also celebrate the Alliance and what it represents. Change, productivity, healing. Tyria. There are challenging days ahead of us. We are not ignorant. As long as there is ground beneath our feet, there will be conflict. But we are more prepared to face that conflict when we care for each other. Now, raise a glass to your neighbor. To Tyria and the brightest of futures.
Tyria. To the dawn. After a long night of storm.
Now I got to talk with everybody. I did also notice, earlier I noticed Anise had a new outfit. A new hairstyle, I think?
I'm glad to see your hair brushed, Countess.
If I had to act as liaison between Livia and the Council for one more day, I'd have no hair left to brush.
Thankfully, your responsibility has been fulfilled. For now. Enjoy yourself. Call my hairdresser.
You don't pay me enough to listen to that woman's banter. I'll see if Logan has some time.
That would certainly be a sight. But say, did I see him? Is he here now?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. He is. Haven't you heard? He's with the Pact again.
As my advisor, you are supposed to tell me these things. How do I look?
With those flushed cheeks? Darling. But yeah, both of them have new outfits, and he has a new hairstyle. Huh. Interesting. Queen Jenna still isn't wearing shoes. Empress Inn. Well, Commander, it seems you continue to move the earth beneath all our feet. If there is one thing that I have come to count on, is the impact you have on our world, for good or ill. I hope it is for the good, Empress. I trust that it is. Suwon saw that quality in you. She and Kunavang. The spark you carry within. I know better than to question their wisdom in this matter. Congratulations, Wayfinder. Thank you, Your Grace. Ayumi? Oh, hello again, Commander. Lovely to see you. This place is just beautiful. Well, once you get past the smell, that is. Reminds me of Kining. How are you finding life outside of Kantha? Managing to find happiness. The Empress is insistent that our people remain involved in these proceedings, so that honor is mine. They'll be eager to see home again. I hope you get that chance soon. Elinkyo? Oh, it's you. Hi. Sorry, you've caught me in the middle of... Never mind. You look intense, Captain Keel. Something on your mind? Just realizing that with the kind of profile that the Alliance brings to Lance Arch, we could use some additional security. Line guards used to dealing with pirates and scofflaws. We're not trained in protecting world leaders.
Maybe you could speak with the Vigil. Javi's been doing a good job with them. Or Logan. Heard he's back with the Pact.
Thackeray, yes. Yes. He'll, I'm sure the Pact's forces would suit our needs. Now, take a couple steps back, Commander. I don't want him thinking we're together. What? Does everyone just want Logan suddenly? Huh? Ritlock! Commander, I hear you've gone and gotten yourself yet another title? You collect those things like I collect notches on Sahathan. Also, hear you buried a few titans without me. Sorry. Yeah, if I'd known you were free. Free? Ha, not bloody likely. Krisha keeps me busy morning, noon, and night. I'm lucky to even get time to train these days, much less adventuring. Ah, feels like those days might be behind me. Never say never, Whitlock. Frode! Wayfinder, hard to believe how quickly the world can change, isn't it? I admit to great relief that we no longer need to hide from the rest of Tyria's society. Makes my job 10 times easier. What's the best part of that shift? Accountability. With the amount of secrecy we used to employ, we only needed to answer to ourselves. Now we're subject to authority beside our own, and it can only make us better. Very progressive mindset, Warden. Go in here. So we have all of the Imperators then. There's Dagda, Ludo. Ellen with Thackeray now? Interesting. Malice? Wayfinder, you haven't missed me on the front lines, have you? I was torn about leaving before finishing the fight with those beasts, but you seem to have things well in hand. We're a force against the Titans, Malice. Felt good to chip a few stones off those BCs, even if they weren't fully like the Titans that my people were once worshipped. Still, there's no shortage of things to deal with back home. I'll let you get back to it then. Evening, Commander. You appear to be in fine form, as always. What's the word with Iron Legion, Imperator? Finally starting to feel normal again. Smoter has his claws in every facet of the Iron Legion, so it hasn't been easy stepping into those boots. Something tells me that we'll have more good news to come. Look forward to hearing more about it. Ephraim. Commander! Or do you go by Wayfinder now? Well, whichever it is, I'm glad to see you again. And I'm unsurprised to see you at the center of events. How are things with the legions? Stable, for now. Dominion forces have dwindled, and we have chance at real unity. Now, we just need someone to lead us. Someone all the legions can rally behind. I'll look forward to that day as well, brother. Commander, from champion of an Elder Dragon to destroyer of Titans, is there anything on Tyria you can't take down? Should I even ask? I guess I'm just blessed that way. Ha! Or cursed. Regardless, you've proven yourself a staunch ally, and all of Tyria owes you a monumental debt. You ever need me, you know where to find me. Grateful, Krisha. See you around. Alright, Dagda. Good to see you, Wayfinder. I wish I could say I was surprised by this victory, but you and I both know there's nothing that will keep you down. It was touch and go there a few times, but we had help.
I heard you had an enlightening experience in Bavanissos, Wayfinder. How are you?
Always the wiser, Dagda. I'm okay. Seeing Mabon was jolting. If that was even Mabon.
Who can say? The mists are incomprehensible. It could have been his true spirit, or it could have been a whisper of who he was. But nonetheless, he was with you in one form or another. I just wish I was there to experience it myself. As does Lear. What I'd do just to see him. We're still processing it all. We miss our friend. Lear. He may wear a bold face, but he still mourns. But this is a party. Grab a stein, raise it in the air. For those we lost.
Ludo? Expect a more thoroughly detailed report on your activities within the week, Commander Wayfinder. I loved Commander Wayfinder. How are you holding up, Counselor? Alive, exhausted, ready for the following forums to commence and finish promptly, though they never do. I'm just keen on returning my attention to Radasum and the Arcane Council. I don't like leaving either unwatched.
Oh yeah? They giving you a hard time?
Always. Conflicting personalities, conflicting goals. Nothing I haven't endured before, but ever since the land sprung forth, it's been a certain urgency in there. Everyone is operating in their own interests. As a society obsessed with procedure, we're not prone to skipping a step. Or 4. I feel like everyone's mother, making sure they're not hiding their greens in their pockets. Heh. Logan? Ah, Commander, I should have figured you'd be at the heart of this. The Pact would have backed you up, but there's still a lot of rebuilding to do, especially now that our mission is worldwide. How have things been going on that front? Slowly. The losses we incurred fighting the Elder Dragons hurt our capabilities, and with Alona and Cantha in play, we spread pretty thin. But the Alliance should help us get back on our feet. Good luck with that. Alan Kiel going upstairs. Just to be clear, is there anyone up here? Or when I was right, I couldn't get up here. Wait, is that... Logan is also heading up here? Hold on a minute. Huh, and Livia is up here. Hey, Livia. Oh, Commander, I was just thinking, it's lovely out here, isn't it? Ah, sorry, I'm not really in the mood for pleasantries. We'll talk again when everything settles down. So hold on. Do they leave? Logan and Ellen Keel? They both just left? Weird. Not entirely sure what's going on there. Kaith? I knew leaving the bear cannon in capable hands was a good thing. I'm sure wherever Orin is, she'd be proud of your achievements. I know I am. What's next for you, Kaith? Much the same, I'm afraid. Mother's slow recovery continues to vex even our best minds. Makes me wonder whether there's something deeper at the root of her illness. Now brighter days are ahead for her. I would be interested to see like an expansion dedicated to healing the pale tree. Poised arrow. Wayfinder, this party is... There's so many people, and they all know you. You're damn popular. Not that I'm surprised. I see you're having fun, Pokey.
Your people really know how to party, Wayfinder. Could go Stein for Stein with us, Bearkin. Been a while since I've had fun for fun's sake. My pa and I both. At least I swear I heard a few chuckles out of him.
They're getting along.
Just happy to see them happy again. Together. Fallen trees may dam the flow of a river, but the water, as always, finds its way home.
So, where are you heading after this? Back to the village?
Not a chance. I'm off to the Shiver Peaks. Dawn asked if I wanted to help her with some tasks for Isgarin.
Dawn?
Oh, a bit of a nickname I picked for Sorrow. It's just... Sorrow didn't seem quite right anymore. Now, Dawn. That's a fit. Bright skies ahead and all. Maybe not the most profound of choices. Remember what my pa said about dropping formality to show respect? Well, I felt she earned it.
That's very thoughtful, Pokey. I'm sure she appreciates it.
Now you, Wayfinder, noticed I did that some of your friends still address you as the swashbuckling commander. It's the same idea, yes? A sign of respect from friends who fought by your side. Well, now we've done just that.
I suppose. I don't like where this is going.
Well, I've come up with something to capture the essence of both. What do you think, Calmfinder?
I'm walking away now.
Calmfinder.
Only a bit of razzing. But worry not. One day, I'll stumble across the perfect choice. You wait and see.
See it as the sly. Commander, of course you're the center of things as always. Goodness, do I want to know what you two are doing here?
I would have expected a much warmer greeting than that, Commander. Naughty, naughty.
Behave, you. Lawson invited us to tag along. We've been spending more time in Lion's Arch these days. Business mostly. And we're not very good at sitting still for very long.
I see your face. It's nothing you need to worry that pretty little head about. We're not up to anything illegal. Just trying to find a home for the club's cash flow. I'm hungry for a good investment. Now ignore us. Enjoy your party. What is it we're celebrating?
Commander, good to see you. Always reassuring to see you're still out there, saving the world. You miss the action, Bram? Sometimes, but my mom was right. I needed to set my own course, not just follow hers. I'm finding my way, and who knows where that might take me. But for now, I'm good. Glad to hear you. Caledras? Well met, Commander. On behalf of my people, and all within the Dominion Winds, we thank you for your continued bravery and service to Tyria. Do you think the Dominion will open, now that things are settling? Our elders are still, understandably, fearful of the ways our people remain under threat. Our talks with Empress Anne and Ayumi, however, have shown progress. Perhaps, in our lifetime. I hope that day comes, Caledras. Janthir. Commander, once again the world owes you an immense debt of gratitude. It seems there's nothing you cannot overcome when you set your mind to it. How go things with the Pact? Well enough. It has been a challenge, shifting all our logistical support from one massive threat to many smaller ones, but Marshal Thackeray has done a tremendous job so far. Good luck on the continued reshuffling. Javi. Ah, Commander, the hero of the hour. No, the year. The decade. Skalds will sing songs of you for generations, I'd wager. Maybe there's one verse in the tale for old Javi to appear, eh? You seem in exceptionally good spirits. That's because I'm 3 flagons deep already. I was just about to drag Erson over there, away to see about finding another keg somewhere. Up for a round later, together later? Sounds like a party. Have fun. Gix. Wayfinder now, is it? That may take some getting used to. But enough pleasantries. Do you have time for a rather delicate and perhaps perplexing inquiry? I'm at your service, as always, steward. You've spoken with Empress Anne up close, yes? I must know. Is she wearing slippers? Or does she, like Queen Jetta, go barefoot beneath those voluminous skirts? Is this an odd human comportment? The thought never crossed my mind. Excuse me. Well, well, the guest of honor wants to speak to me. So much I owe such a pleasure. Honor, even. Simba Tiger. Forgive me, is that too informal? Shall I use Commander, or perhaps Wayfinder instead? Anything works, I'm not one to sit on ceremony. Oh, you're no fun. I was hoping to elicit at least a few scandalous scars our way. How else are we to attract attention of the Tyrian Gazette? Whispers. Attracting attention, that's interesting. Miss Garin, you alright?
Ah, Wayfinder, I was just about to leave.
Not the party type?
No, that much should be apparent by now. I am not immutable, but, well, history takes its toll. Habits born of lifetimes. Still, I can appreciate this moment for what it is, however fleeting.
Interesting. Still color. Wayfinder, your bravery will be spoken of by us barricaded for generations. You have proved yourself a strong ally to our people. Those are some serious faces for a soiree.
Ah, Wayfinder. Yes, our conversation is not a light one. Don't let us sully your good time.
Tell me.
Well, today I revealed myself to the Alliance, but next...
The Bearkin will understand in time. The coming months may challenge them, but without challenge, there can be no growth.
I know you're right, but I wish there was an easier way.
It will be worth it. As you well know, I'd long averted my gaze from that notion. But then, I met one whose life fire shone so brilliantly, I could no longer look away.
Father, without you and Pokey, I'd have never gotten this far. That goes for you too, Wayfinder.
Indeed. On behalf of the Lowlanders, you have my highest gratitude, Wayfinder. And on behalf of two Bearkin, who know the cruel torment of goodbyes left unsaid, farewell. For now, may the fire inside forever guide you home.
Commodore Lawson Mariner. Good evening, Commander. I hope you find the festivities suitable. Captain Keel insisted on only the best. The international buffet was her idea. Have you sampled all the different foods yet? I haven't yet, Commodore, but it looks incredible. Hold on. I want to do that first now. I want to see what... Spiked fruit. Okay, so it's just like several different tables. Laguma delicacies, Icelandic.
I've attained the awesome.
Boom. Alright, so now I haven't yet looks incredible. Okay, well I lied, so. I tried the Canton spiced and sour soup, and by Balthazar, it's hot. I bet my grandfather Kobaya would feel the sweat on his brow. I may have to see about finding some milk, excuse me. Firstborn Dagonet. It's always good to celebrate these victories, and more often than not, I feel it's owning your heroism and dedication. You are an inspiration, Wayfinder, Simba Tiger. I've had so much support, I couldn't do any of this alone. Indeed, just as it is for my people, our shared dream is what gives us strength and a sense of purpose. You embody that with all you do. It's my honor to serve, Firstborn. Hi, Commander. You do us all honor with your continued acts of heroism and selfishness. Selflessness. You will always be an honorary sunspur in my eyes, my friend. Much appreciated, Spear Marshal. How are things in Alona? Every day we recover more and more of the freedom and safety that we once had before Joko or Balthazar. Our people are resilient, and your many sacrifices give them hope. Their courage is one of the things that inspires me, Spear Marshal. Hi, Commander. It pleases me to see you once again. Our people will be forever in your debt, and yet you have not stopped being at the center of Tyrion's many problems. Do you ever tire? More than you know, but it's worth it. Such humility. Your continued success gives me renewed faith that Cormyr was right to leave the world in our hands, especially when there are those like you to help guide our path forward. I will continue to do what I can, Counselor. Scardy. Welcome back and congratulations, Commander. You're a constant source of inspiration to all of us, Simba Tiger. Oh, you don't mind if I call you that, do you? Only that's what Bram calls you. A friend of Bram is a friend of mine. Thanks. Yeah, Father wanted to come down this time, but, well, his health isn't what it used to be. That's why Sigfast stays home. He's keeping one eye on Father and the other on Holbreck. Wish your family well for me, Scardy. Arena! Wayfinder, fancy seeing you here again. Though, truthfully, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Where a crisis is brewing, you're never far behind. Rena, you here with the Warden?
Wayfinder? I am. My hunters have been assisting the Pact. All of the Astral Ward has. Rifts still plague the Tyrian mainland after all. And between old friends, it's been amusing to see an organization more dysfunctional than the Astral Ward. But I paint no shade. The Pact has experienced similar trials to our own. I have great empathy for their struggles. And with Logan Thackeray joining them at the helm, they are on a healthy path. I could even see a future where the Astral Ward functioned as one of their orders. We have more similarities than differences.
That'd be fun. Alright, well. There you have it. That is the conclusion.
Finished with that.
To the Janthir Wilds story. And, of course, all story up to this point. True introvert. Okay, I need this. I do. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. Cat. Where's the cat? Cat. Pet the cat. Great. Bye. It was nice talking to you all the first time. I'm not doing it again.
I should tell others.
Boom. New title. Sure introvert. That's funny. I love that. Alright, everybody, and that was it. That was the finale. We've done everything. The entire Guild Wars 2 story. And I will keep updating with new story as it comes out. But this is the end of the weekly Guild Wars 2 playthrough on the story, because we've done the whole thing. Maybe at some point I'll go through again and, you know, now that I've fixed up my setup a little bit more as a streamer, and we can take another look at things, but for now, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, very much appreciate it. If you like these videos, you can try out my other series. I've got Hollow Knight on the way, I've got Undertale on the way, and yeah. Enjoy. Take care, everyone. Bye.